Crisco Kidd.
Dave Koechner, welcome to the show.
Hey, baby, how are you?
Man, it's so good to see you. Man, just a huge fan. First of all, let's just throw that out there. Since The Goods and since Anchorman 1 and 2, like the story of my life. And I really feel like it is, man. But just good to see you, part of The Office, so many different shows. And we're here today to talk about America's Top Dog, back for another season this week. You were brought on part of the co-hosting abilities here. And I know you got to be excited because one, everybody loves you. And two, everybody loves dogs. Put them together and here we go.
I should be so lucky to be as loved as a dog, right? It's just so uncomplicated. It's a great, it's a great family show. That's what gets me excited about it. Because everyone does love dogs, and there's so few shows that you can sit down and watch with your kids that they'll maybe sit with you. And the thing I love about this one is they're not just dropping it all at once. I hope people get together and watch this as a family every week, because it is a lot of fun. Plus, competition naturally is enticing for everybody to hang in there and check out and see what happens in the end.
From season 1 to season 2, of course, people love the obstacle courses. They love seeing the owners and the pets get together and do the obstacle courses. The competition part, you can win some money from this. So a lot of people that, you got a talented dog, you're thinking, I got to put you to use. I spent $1,500 on you if you want to rescue. How do I get some of that money back? And it's just a great opportunity to see some good bonding, though, with the pets. Is there any stories that you saw or friendships between the pet and the owner that you were kind of impressed with, that, wow, these people really love their dogs and vice versa?
Well, it's impossible to say that any one of them loves them more, because like you were just saying, that bond is incredible between the trainer and the dog. It's rare, and it's it's incredible. It's just the patience of the trainer to go through the thing, and then sometimes it doesn't work out, and they've worked for a very long time, and then for whatever reason the dog just doesn't perform on the day. But you got to think about the experience the dog's having for the first time, or maybe they've been in these competitions before, but now you're around a lot of other dogs, which is not normal. And then you have to do this course that they've only run a couple of times. And then now you've got all this other production going on. All those things they can throw, not only the dog, but also the trainer, because there's got to be nerves. And then, the dog can probably sense the nerves. So it's really great when they really just kill it. Right?
Yeah.
But it's also, sometimes accidentally funny when the dog just is going great and then gets like to the pool where it's supposed to take a jump, and it just sits there and you're like, oh no, you were about to kill the time and now it's slowly going away. So that's just, that's the exciting part of the show.
And I would imagine it's so different from where it's just the human athlete, right, competing versus the dog. And you can't really, how do you yell at the dog or give it a pep talk? Like, you're going the wrong way. You can't necessarily do that with a dog, right?
Or just pull. There's certain times in the show they have to pull a tug. They call it a tug. You're basically just pulling a rope, or and the dog just is not interested.
Yeah.
So it can be frustrating.
So let's talk about the co-hosting right quick, because teaming up with Kurt Menefee, I mean, he's just great at what he does with the calls and being a part of the NFL and what he brings to the table. And now you're coming in, and I know you're a huge Chiefs fan. Yeah. And when you put it together, are we seeing more of Dave, or is it more of a Champ kind of in there?
No,
whammy. Did we get any of those?
Whammy. No, it's more of me, and I never say whammy throughout the show, of course, because I don't own it. So if you're doing broadcast, I can't be up there doing that. But no, Kurt and I met a couple years ago at a charity event in Kansas City, and we hit it off then. And so I think he knew that we'd have great chemistry, and literally, we're sitting there for 8 hours together, and it's shot at night because that's the best way to get the look for the show. So, I mean, we got to know each other really well. And, basically we're sitting there every night having an 8-hour conversation. So it was pretty amazing.
I just saw on your Instagram that a couple of weeks ago, you had done a pretty big event where you had comedians and celebrities out there all raising money for a great cause. And it based in Kansas City. Can you talk about that? Because I always love when people are using their platforms to raise their voice. And when I say raise their voice, doesn't mean talking loud, but it means, you know what I mean? It just means raising your voice, using your platform to bring awareness to other things and helping other people. Salute to you and congratulations. Let's talk about that right quick.
Yes. Well, two things. Number one, it's impossible for me to not talk loud. I hear that all the time from my kids, like, Dad, you're yelling. I'm like, oh, maybe that's because you're not listening. But because I saw that you had a kid there in the mirror, he popped in a second.
Oh, did he poke his head over there? Sorry, yeah.
This was fantastic. But no, it's the event that Kurt and I actually met at years ago. But it's called the Big Slick, and we do it every year in Kansas City for Children's Mercy Hospital to raise money. Our charity goes specifically to research for pediatric cancer. So this year and last year we had to do the show virtually, but we were still able to raise $1 million. So that was great. I hosted along with Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle, Eric Stone Street, and Jason Sudeikis. They're all from the Kansas City area. They're from Kansas, actually. I'm from Missouri.
AC Mo?
Yeah. Right. Most people don't realize most of Kansas City is in Missouri.
Right.
A small part of it is in Kansas. But we put it together, like 12 years ago, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. It started as a poker tournament. Oh. And after a couple of years, they figured out poker and charity, gambling and charities don't go together very well. There's so many different hurdles to get over. So we dropped that portion of it. And now we play softball at Kauffman Stadium, which is Royal Stadium. And we do a bowling tournament, and then we do a big show on Saturday night. So we bring in like 30 celebrity friends that we've known and bring them in from New York and California. And so they get to have a real immersive experience, because most charities just for a night. You go and you do something just for one night in the town that you're in, but we fly them in, we keep them for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then fly back out Sunday, and everybody has a blast.
The next one I have to 10 because it was better than my last charity thing I threw, which was a toy drive at a strip club.
Oh, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
We were able to get 3 toys, so that was positive.
And none of them for kids.
They were all for the dancers. I think you misconstrued the toy drive this season, folks. You misconstrued it. Oh my God. Look, America's Top Dog on E&E starting June 29th, and you can watch it every Tuesday night, 8/7 Central. Now let's talk about breeds right quick, because do you have dogs yourself?
Yeah, we have 2. We used to have 3. Sadly, we just lost one, but we have a Golden Doodle and a Labradoodle.
Are those hypoallergenic or whatever they call them?
Exactly. One of my daughters is allergic, so that's why. And the bonus is those dogs don't shed.
You don't have to own a vacuum anymore. You can use that Swiffer all day long. You're good to go.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, we have a micro bully. So basically, she's like a smaller pit. So but she's still, kind of yoked up. Yeah. So what breeds had you not seen before, but then maybe they appeared in competition that you were like, maybe we want to consider picking up one of these?
It would be the Belgian Malinois. It seems to be the one. It's kind of like it's of the German Shepherd family.
Okay.
So not only is it fun to say, but it seemed to be a dog that excels in the competition.
Wow. So is it their athletic ability, or is it the intelligence factor?
I don't know exactly. That's a great question. But maybe some dogs are more trainable. I don't know. These are things that you'd think I should know by now. But it just seemed to me that I kept seeing that breed come up often. And often they were right in the thick of it, if, not winning it. So, it's always fun to see the Doberman and Pinscher. And there were not a lot of pit bulls in this competition. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
I wonder why. What? No Shar-Peis, no Shih Tzus, no Lhasa Apsos either, huh?
The little ones.
No competition Chihuahuas.
No, it's not a course for tiny dogs.
Speaking of pit bull, this is Pitbull's globalization. We do this thing called the Pitbull Experience, where any celebrity or athlete or any guest, do they have an experience with a pit bull or any of his music that has created a memory for him in the past?
I don't have a pit bull. I know they're a lovely breed. I have done a charity benefit here in town at a comedy club for pit bulls, for pit bull rescue. And I think I saw pit bull years ago at the Super Bowl at like a pre-event party. So that's my pit bull memory.
That's your pit bull memory. Okay. So no introduction yet. We're going to work on that for 2021, 2022. Let's make that happen. Okay. Last topic here. NBA playoffs. All right. Now I need you to channel Champ here if you can, or just you as a sports fan. What are we calling? Because you see or maybe you can't see it. You see my Suns in 4 guy right here.
Suns. Hey, man, the Suns. How about it? I think it's going to be the Suns in Atlanta. What do you think?
I think Suns in Atlanta too. I want to see Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Ayton take on Trae Young and I can't remember Herter. Is that his name? Herter?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The guy that looks like Rick Astley. They keep making the memes about him. Yeah. So I'd like to see that matchup. 2 young teams going at it and bring some excitement.
I'm kind of glad that everybody's brackets got messed up because this is not what anyone expected.
Oh.
You know, the Lakers and the Nets are both out of it, and so. All right.
Interesting
it's
because
more fun. It's more
people
fun.
did think the Lakers and Nets would be the finals this year.
That's what everyone called it. Like this is going to be it's going to be the fun series. But when you don't know, it gets even more interesting, doesn't it?
Exactly. Kind of like when you don't know which dog may win it all. Every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night, you got to watch America's Top Dog.
Yes. Run it right back, man. Fantastic.
It's Pitbull's Globalization, the Crisco Kidd Block Party.
All right. Thank you so much.